Up, everybody? Thanks for tuning into this second video. And in today's video, we'll be working on Fawn. It's a very easy challenge that is in tier 0 for the starting point of Hack the Box. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and first start up the spawn machine. And then just by looking at the tags, it looks like we'll be learning about FTP, just some of the same thing, basic reconnaissance, anonymous, or guest access, whatever this means. And we'll let it start up. Okay, let's see. I want to do something different. First things first, I'm gonna just go to Google and I'm gonna ask it what is FTP. What is FTP? Okay, guys. FTP is also known as File Transfer Protocol. A, it's a standard network protocol used to transfer files between a client and a server on a computer network. Okay? It's a way for computers to exchange files like documents, images, or software over the internet or other TCP or IP networks. Okay? Let's see. And let's see, as a curious person, now let's do what are some, what are pros and cons of FTP? Okay, so file transfer protocol offers benefits such as efficiently moving large files, supporting multiple file transfers, resuming interrupted transfers, and wide compatibility across various operating systems and platforms. But its major drawback is lack of inherent security due to unencrypted data transmissions. My bad. Okay, guys. So the pros efficiently moves large files quickly. Okay. FTP is designed for efficient file transfer and can handle large files without size restriction, making it suitable for transferring large datasets, backups, or website assets. Okay. Supports multiple file transfers and directories. Okay. It allows for simultaneous transfer of multiple files and entire directories, increasing transfer efficiency. Okay. Resumes interrupted transfers. FTP has a built-in feature to resume a file transfer if the connection is lost, saving time and effort. Okay. Wide compatibility. Being a long established protocol, FTP is supported by numerous operating systems, platforms, and client software, ensuring broad interoperability and its ease of use. While some find the interface intimidating, FTP clients typically offer graphical interfaces that make navigation and file operation straightforward. Okay, I don't need to know that part. So let's look at the cons. So lack of inherent security. Okay, we gotta remember this, guys. The primary drawback of standard FTP is that it transmits data, including credentials, in plain text, making it vulnerable to interception and eavesdropping without additional security measures like FTPS or SFTP. Difficult to configure with firewalls. FTP can be challenging to configure with firewalls and network security devices due to its use of multiple ports for data and control connections. Okay. Okay, so lesser user friendly for advanced security, while the basic FTP interface might be simple, implementing and managing more secure alternatives like SFTP, which uses SSH keys, can be more complex for users. Okay. Let's see. Um, as a hacker, as a what should I know of FTP? Okay, from a black hat perspective, understanding FTP's weakness is crucial for exploitation. Okay, key vulnerabilities to exploit unencrypted traffic. FTP transmits credentials and data in plain text. Okay, we gotta remember that, guys. The downfall of it, allowing attackers to sniff attack network traffic and steal information like usernames and passwords using tools such as Wireshark. Okay, weak authentication, default or easily guessable passwords, or the allowance of anonymous logins make brute force attacks feasible where attackers try numerous combinations to gain access. So it's like Hydra can automate this, okay? Buffer overflow. Exploring flaws. Oh, let's see, buffer overflows. Exploiting flaws in older FTP daemons by sending crafted commands or data can crash the server or even allow the attacker to execute arbitrary code. Okay? Directory transversal. Improper validation of file has can allow attackers to access sensitive directories and files outside of the FTP root using dot dot slash sequence or variations. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let's do what's a well-known uh let's see, what's a well-known FTP issue? Okay. Okay, obviously it's on port 21 too, guys, so we gotta remember that as well. Yeah, no, so okay, let's go back to this one. From here, we gotta remember this part. So plain text, usernames. See, for the allowance of anonymous login, we gotta remember what that is. So we could do what is FTP anonymous login mean? So anonymous FTP login allows users to access an FTP server without needing a specific username and password. Instead, users typically log in with a common username like anonymous or FTP and often use their email address as a password. This method is particularly useful for distributing publicly available files and programs without the need to create individual accounts for each user. Okay? So we gotta remember that, guys. And we gotta emphasize again that in my videos we'll be using Google in order for us to understand, not understand, but know how to solve the questions and utilize Google throughout our journey in cybersecurity, pretty much. Okay, so we started up the box ready, and then let me open this real quick. We're gonna do a basic nmap scan. So sudo nmap s no s v t4 10 129 128.0. I'll put it to just a basic text file. Basic send scan. And I'm gonna let it run this thing. And then let's answer the first question. So the first task would be, what does the letter acronym FTP stand for? So let's see. The acronym would mean File Transfer Protocol. And then to reemphasize it, it offers benefits such as efficiently moving large files, supporting multiple file transfers, resuming interrupted transfers, and wide compatibility across various operating systems and platforms. But it's a major drawback. Its major drawback is lack of inheritance security due to the unencrypted data transmission. Okay, so this one's gonna be file transfer protocol. Which port does the FTP service listen on usually? Okay, what port does FTP listen on? Okay, so it typically uses port 21. Okay. And then let's see, for its control connection. Okay. This port is used for sending commands and receiving responses between the FTP client and server. While FTP can also use port 20 for data transfer, port 21 is a standard for initial connection and command exchange. So for now, we just gotta remember it's 21. So 21, there you go. FTP sends data in the clear without any encryption. Or acronym is used for a later protocol designed to provide similar functionality to FTP, but securely as an extension of the SSH protocol. So I think it's FSTP. Let's check it. Copy and paste. and put it into our Google search. Okay. So the acronym used for a later protocol design to provide similar functionality to FTP but securely as an extension of the SSH protocol is SFTP. Okay, so what does it stand for? So SFTP stands for Secure File Transfer Protocol. Okay, guys. So that's, I guess, the secure version of just basic FTP. Okay. So it means Secure File Transfer Protocol or SSH File Transfer Protocol. Okay. So it leverages the secure shell, which is SSH, protocol to provide encryption and authentication for file transfers, addressing the security vulnerabilities present in standard FTP. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that, guys, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, I'm also learning as I go with you guys. So the hat will change colors as we progress in our journey. So we won't always be a black hat. Okay, so this one is SFTP. Okay, guys, so let's do this. What is the command we can use to send an ICMP echo request to test our connection to the target? And if you don't recall back on our last video, and if you didn't watch the last video, go ahead and watch that first. And in that video, we'll talk about what ping is and what it does. So that one would be ping. And then let's do, just for the video, we'll do ping taxi 510 129 128.0. Okay. We'll have a secure connection. Okay. All right. So from our scans, what version is FTP running on? From your scans, what version is FTP running on the target? Okay, guys. So the version would be VS FTPD 3.0.3. Okay. From your scans, what OS type is running on a target? Okay. Okay, so the service info would be Unix. And I only got that because I used the service version. I believe the service version option provides you the OS type. Okay. And then what is the command we need to run in order to display the FTP client help menu? Okay, so let's see. Let's do this again. Da, da, da. All right, guys. Copy and paste. Enter. Okay, to display the help menu for FTP client, you can use one of these commands. So it'll be FTP dash question mark or FTP dash H. So this one would be FTP dash question mark. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me just open another one. FTP dash question mark. Okay, we have our help menu. Okay. So what is username that is used over FTP when you want to log in without having an account? So this copy and paste. I had given you guys an answer earlier, but for the video's purpose, we're gonna just stick to our goal, which is utilizing Google no matter what. Okay, guys. So when logging into an FTP server without a specific username, the standard username used is anonymous or FTP. Okay, so it'd be username anonymous or FTP. Okay, guys. So from here, just by looking at this, it's obviously anonymous. Okay. So whenever you're gonna do it on an anonymous login, you don't need a password. So all we're gonna do is basically just make clear this out. FTP. Hold up, guys. Make it easy. FTP. Let's do question mark one more time. I should just be able to hit. Let me just do this, just for safety. Anonymous. Okay, so I did it wrong. This exit. Whoops. FTP. Mm. So either do FTP type P21 anonymous. Okay, guys, let's go back here now. Let's see. How to log in anonymous. Okay, so it'd be, let's see. How to log in. Oh, how to log in using FTP anonymous. Okay, so we gotta do FTP. Let's see, what's the IP? FTP split for, and then now we're gonna do anonymous. And then from here, we're just gonna hit enter, guys. Enter. Okay. So we could do a basic ls. It should be able to output certain options or whatever they have. Oh, there you go. We were able to find our flag. So let's go back to the question. So anonymous, what is the response code we get for the FTP message logging successful? So the code would be, let's see, 230. 230. Okay. There are a couple of commands we can use to list the files and directories available on the FTP server. One is dir. What is the other? That is a common way to list files on a Linux system. Okay, guys, that would be ls. So let's do a dir one though. So dir would also output the files in the system, I believe. Yep, it worked. Okay, guys. So now let's see. What is the command? What is the command used to download the file we found on the FTP server? So it'd be get. So we're gonna get flag flag.txt. Okay. And I believe it has downloaded the file already. From here, we're gonna, let's see, find that file real quick 'cause I didn't directly tell it where to put it. Uh, we'll do ls. There you go. It's right here. This is our flag. So remember, guys, to download a file in FTP, you could use get or mget. Mget should be used, I believe, for multiple files, but we're not going to download a lot of files here. So just use get, and then next to get, you're gonna select the file that you want to download pretty much. Okay. And then you're gonna open that file and it'll provide you with the root flag. Okay, guys. So that's it for this video. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment, and Shinobi out.